Alright, Davy here, coming back to you with Mac's Curse of Brotherhood. This is now chapter 2, so we're a little bit of the way through the chapter here now. I forgot to record the first 20 or 30 seconds of it. I'm not too sure why I forgot, I just did, but it doesn't really matter because not a lot happened anyway. So now we've got the new magic marker tool that allows you to spawn branches and vines as well as mud mounds, and like with the vines and the branches you're also able to link those together, so like you can fire out a branch and then fire out a vine at the branch and it will link to it, and then that gives you just, you know, allows you to move around the map more quickly and more efficiently, so that's pretty nice and just makes the game a little bit more diverse, keeps it interesting, I guess. There's still not too much in the way of actual sort of, I guess you could say, combat. Like, you still don't really come into much contact with any enemies, really. I mean, there are the odd one or two trolls scattered around, but I think I would like to see a little bit more of that. And so yeah, I mean, I do like this chapter more up to now. I like the fact that it's in a forest, it's a much nicer atmosphere, it's a much nicer backdrop, it's got a much nicer feel to it. So all in all, up to now, thumbs up and positives on this chapter. So I'm just making my way up through a little bit of a sort of trivial little bit there, and then we're going to crawl through here. This door explodes behind me, I don't know why. Also with the branches, yeah, if you chop them down, they don't despawn, so you can then use them to actually manoeuvre your way around the map as well, like push them along like you would a rock, and then that enables you to jump up there like you've seen. Right, now I decided to jump off there into the vicious thorns. Don't do that. Instead, do what you should do, and if you go down, like, the way out is actually to go up there, like I'm doing there, but if you go down here, I think there's either a collectible or an eye. I'm not too sure which, because I've already done this chapter and I can't remember what was down here, but I will feature that in a later video, the collectible guide video. So I've gone down here anyway just to show you that it's there, so you know. I don't know why that enemy's there, because there's absolutely no reason why you would go anywhere near it. It will never get anybody, it is there for no reason. Like, I thought maybe, oh, I'll feed it this rock and kill it, that'll be cool. You can't feed it the rock, so it's pointless. Anyway, so yeah, this is the room where I think the collectible's supposed to be, but like I said, I'm not sure if it's collectible or an eye. But make your way up to the top of there, it's a little bit tricky. You need to use the chop the branch technique to use that as a way to boost yourself up to that first one. And then it's the same again, and just make your way to the top of there. Simple enough, hopefully, and you'll be able to find whatever's in there. It's a shame I can't remember. Okay. Whatever was in here must have been at the top, because then there would be no reason for those branches to be in here, would there? So the most difficult bit is just trying to make your way onto that first branch, but you just need to ball up one of the other branches from the other side and then drop it onto the floor, and that will give you enough height to hit that first branch, and then just make the way the rest of the way up. So I've just shown you how to get up there in there. You know, I already had the thing, and then I decided to do some Tony Hawk down, which resulted in the branch I slid down on hitting the floor, bouncing back up and then nailing me in the head. Don't know how that event's happened, but okay. So we carry on here. Again, nailed myself with another branch. I seem to do that a lot. It doesn't hurt you though, so you carry on. He can take any amount of branches to the head, this kid. So we're going to keep making our way through this narrow passage here, across the vicious thorns. Keep that branch at least a little bit of the way off the thorns, because I think if you get a little bit too close they will go around the branch and get you. All I'm not sure on that, but you know, just to be safe, up this narrow passage. once you get to the top here, I got a little bit confused about where to go, because I just did. But it is left. As you look at your screen, it will be left. Don't go right. Then you come back out, and that shuts. So again, I found this bit a little bit tricky. Still, it was fun. I mean, for a lot of this, you're just gonna see me get nailed by sticks again. Just figuring stuff out though. Like, you do get used to it. It's like you've got to get into the mindset of, like, you know, what could I do, and start thinking outside the box and stuff, and you will get there. Like, you know, I'm doing it and you're being able to see how it is done, but, like, you know, if you're doing it by yourself on any part of the levels, you know, you will get there. It's you know what to do. I've ignored it here. You know, I saw the white line, and for some reason I'm still messing about. Alright, so just yeah, follow the little white suggested line that appears in a second, and just do a little squiggly S. That's all it takes. I was just trying to overcomplicate things as always. It's as simple as that, and then you're able to just jump up. Like, you would like jump up through the S. So, and yeah, quite often that will be useful to just do an S shape, or you might have a little bit more branch to use and just do squiggly lines, and you know, it's really easy to climb up things then. So this is part 2 of chapter 2 now. The individual parts to a chapter generally aren't very long. You know, you can probably get them done in under 10 minutes. Usually, unless there is a particularly tricky part. But I think this game's really good value for money up to now. I mean, I don't know how much more content there's going to be in it, and I don't know how long it's going to be or how many chapters or anything, but I think up to now, if it continues as it is, I think it's a really good game. I mean, visually, look how nice this forest looks. Like, what? For an arcade game as well, I think, you know, graphically it's really good. There's giant Sasquatch in the background there, making his way. I don't know why he didn't just, you know, turn right and get you, unless he didn't see you. But then you would think they would have good smell, so I don't know. So make your way past these menacing vines. Not too sure why they're glowing red, but there you go. So again, I make a meal of this. Wasn't quite confident on using the branches at this point, but I get the hang of it eventually. I'm curious to hear how people are finding the magic marker tool, so if you would like to maybe leave a little comment and just say what you think of it. I think it's a really good mechanic. It's really nice. I mean, you're quite tunneled into how you use it. Like, you don't really have too much freedom with it, but I mean, it's still nice. This was one of my particular favourite bits here. The Sasquatch with the bombs on his back will throw them at you, and then you're able to bounce them down and kill the other one. Like, you can actually get the bomb to land in its mouth, but it will bounce back out, but it just looks funny. And then the next bit of this is really good as well. Like, when you've killed that first Sasquatch, you then kill the second one with like a little technique where you need to bounce the bomb down onto that mound that's near where the Sasquatch is standing now, and then raise it up so that the bomb is then behind the guy who's actually throwing the bomb. It blows him up. It's really cool. It's a really nice little bit of this. That's him taken care of. Didn't have any sense to actually avoid the, you know, the explosive, but okay. And now you just want to, how did I get, you want to get him to throw the bombs down to you so that you can then get it to land on the mound. Now I'm trying to think how I did this. I'll probably make a meal of it for a while. But eventually I will figure it out and you'll see what I mean. Oh yeah, that's it. You need to roll it down that branch.